what on earth is happening? How did that slip through QC at Toyota? They don't do that. Good job. I think Adam had something to do with this.
Oh, let's see if Brian fits, because Brian, there's not a moonroof or a pano.
But there is a hybrid battery.
There's a hybrid battery, which means a little higher.
There's no way. Welcome back to Tech Start Channel. I'm Brian.
I'm Craig.
And we are driving something that we've filmed before at this event last year with great success from you guys watching it. But now we're driving the damn thing, which I'm super pumped on, because if you follow the channel for a minute, we've owned a TRD off-road Tacoma. And this right here is the Trailhunter. This is a prototype truck, so if anything's goofy, that's probably why, but we've driven enough to know it's already a runner. It's street legal, it does all the stuff. This is the flavor that you buy if you want to overland. Not if you want to Baja, not if you want to jump it. This is not a plumbing truck, is what I'm saying. This is geared towards the overlanding crowd. That's the whole point. It's equipped with some things for that. So we're gonna get into that. The biggest difference to me, Craig, functionally, is gonna be suspension calibration. So that's exciting to me. So let's get into it, Craig. First of all, the headlights say Trailhunter right here. That's what you're paying for sure. People know what you got. That lights up at night, I love that. This one is spec'd with the iForce Max, which means it has, on paper, a bunch of power. In practice, we've not had the best luck with the hybrid, but we'll see how that goes in a minute. On the grille, you get the bronze logos, dimensional letters. I love that. Built-in rigid, branded rigid light bar right here. That's really cool. And then you get switchback rigid lights right here. These can go from the LED color to the amber color with the toggle in the front of the cab. That's cool. Down below, you still keep a bunch of plastic on the leading edge, which I think is a little concerning. But right here, where the rubber meets the road, it gets real serious with the TRD style thick skid plate. I mean, that thing is beef. It's gonna take care of you for sure. And also, the approach angle is so good on this. If you hit plastic, probably a pretty good obstacle. So put it that way. Come around the corner, Craig. You have extended track width on this with the bigger fender flares than our TRD off-road had, because it's the Trailhunter. It comes with 18-inch wheels. These are, let's see here, Craig, 265/70 R18. These are Goodyear Wrangler Territory RTs, and I'll be honest, not my favorite tire. We've driven this tire on several vehicles and had mediocre luck with them in terms of real grip off-road. So the good news is, if you buy this, you're putting your own tires on anyways. I'm going to see a lot of Ridge Grappler Nittos in this in a heartbeat, I promise you. So coming on in, cast aluminum upper control arm. You do not get this on the lower trim stuff, so Trailhunter and TRD Off-Road get this, specific to them. Behind it is a Old Man Emu damper wrapped around their own coil spring. So you have a different suspension calibrated for choppy washboard roads that you overland with. This is, again, you don't get the Fox stuff for jumping. This is meant for washboard stuff and smoothing that out. That's actually really hard to do and really important. Most off-road
And maintain payload.
More on that in a second. You're absolutely right, Craig. This has a 360 camera, which is excellent. You've got a camera right here. And because it's the Trailhunter, you get cool badges so people know, Craig, they know what you got. More importantly, Craig, right here. This right here is a frame-mounted rock slider. It's not to the cab, it's to the frame. We install rock sliders from Cali Radios LED that are beefier than this for sure, but for most people, this is a lot of equipment. It's from the factory. That's so cool. I love that you can just check a box and it's done.
And then it's
cool
included in your financing and all that, so it just makes it easy.
Yeah, you're not going to fit it later on.
Yeah.
Coming down the back, Craig, this has the optional ARB rack in the back, which I don't know what you would use for other than just the molly panels. So you're going to put like rotopacks on this or different gear like that, shovels, really small shovels, you can put it here. But more importantly, Craig.
Or the mini tracks.
Oh, the Mini Max Tracks.
Yeah.
The Mini Max Tracks crew. Love those guys. Point of the story is, if you're Marty McFly and you're in Back to the Future and you come today in the future, this is the truck you get, and you get this bar. Heck or high water, get this. Super cool. Out in the back, Craig, check it out in here. This is a live axle, and just like our truck, it has the 5-link coil suspension. So no leafs back here. There's a coil sprung with the Old Man Emu dampers in the rear. And I like that a lot. This is the same chassis, the TNGA F, that you find on Tundra, Sequoia, this, Land Cruiser, GX, the lot. It's a competent platform, and that coil ride is a big deal. It rides great. So same wheel and tire in the rear. Down below, you get the ARB bumper, which is super awesome. This is metal, that's not plastic. And you get a proper red recovery hook. Looks like it's straight out of the dingoes down below in Aussie. They all have these hooks down here. I like that a lot. I love that that's a factory option too, right? You know, it's really cool. It's integrated. I wish the front had an ARB option as well. Just putting it out there. I would feel more confident off-road if those plastic corners were just metal.
Maybe there will be.
Maybe there will be. Maybe it's an option. You do have the tow hitch here. I think it's good for 7,000 pounds. I'll have to look that up. We'll put it on the screen. But more importantly, the payload, Craig. Proof in the pudding, Craig. 1,215 pounds in the back. Our truck was 900 pounds. So that's a big deal, and this is with the hybrid. So that's pretty impressive. That's a big number, which means you can put a tent and a rack on here, and you're not gonna be hanging out in the bump stops like our truck did. Because the only thing we're disappointed in with the factory suspension is we put about 100 pounds in the back, and on off-road trails, you'd have just enough compression to find that bump stop, which is kind of annoying. So anyways, let's see what the hybrid sounds like. Okay, that's pretty cool, Craig. I realized the Trailhunter has these short exhausts that dumps just behind the axle.
Before.
Oh, before? That's super cool from the factory. That's not some redneck cutoff. That's a proper thing. There's nothing to drag back here.
Maybe rednecks had it right.
They got to figure it out. Set to the front. Time for the iForce Max Piece de Resistance. Whoa, pop that hood. Oh, this boy is dusty.
This thing's been used.
It says 1,400 pounds, 1,400 miles on it, which means it's been all on dirt, it seems like. Those tires are chewed up. It's awesome. There's the low setting and the slightly less low setting for the hood struts. I'm glad there's two of those. Now let's get into it, Craig. 323 horsepower, 465 torque, which is an, yeah, 323, 465, because it's a hybrid. T24A FTS engine, which is the same engine we had in ours, but there's a hybrid motor sandwiched where the torque converter would go. So between the engine and transmission. And there's a battery under the back seat. That's how it gets it done. Now in our application, the 060 number, because of the way it's programmed, is almost identical to the non-hybrid. So you're not getting that number all the time. I just gotta put it out there. That's a real thing that we need to tell our viewers about. You're not getting 465 pounds of torque every time you push it. There's a lot of torque management in here. That being said, when you need it, it's hopefully there. So all that covered, let's check out the interior with Craig.
All right, let's check out the interior of the Trailhunter. We've been looking forward to this. This thing's pretty cool. Brian, one of the things I love that Toyota's figured out, they started on the Tundra. You only got this on one side. You get this on both sides now. You just bump it,
wait,
and the thing opens.
do you have to use your elbow or can you use your hand?
You can use whatever you want.
Ooh, whoa, okay.
You can use whatever you want. Whatever will
Some
you
guys
press
really like
the
the
button.
trucks. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, all right, fair enough. But this has the plastic bed liner, which is a plastic bed. It's not really a plastic liner, it's plastic.
It's composite,
It's a composite bed, and that's what it is. You got some storage over here, probably a compressor up there. Let's open that up and see.
Oh, yeah, let's
built-in
go.
compressor, which is actually really cool. So when you go on the trails, again, this is dedicated to overlanding.
It is.
It's purpose-built, and so what it means is you can get on the trail and you can air down and not worry about airing up later. It's built in. That is so cool. You don't have to drag anything else out. You don't have to store it.
Well, you don't need to bring it.
It's already there.
You don't have to bring a compressor from home. You've got it.
And the other cool thing is when I'm done here, I can either touch that button or I can just kind of pop it up and it
Bob's your uncle.
All right, to the back. All right, open it back up and let's see here. The back upper door sill is not padded, kind of cheap plasticky, kind of a complaint we had on ours as well, but that's okay. Nice padded door rest or armrest, a spot to put your phone, and plenty of cubbies. Look, see that? Show that door pocket.
I'm looking right here. Yeah.
What I love about it is that it holds everything. That's one of the things I miss about our Tacoma.
Me too.
There's more cubbies in this Tacoma. Like they know you need to put crap everywhere, and they give you a bunch of places to put crap. All right, let's check under the seat for storage.
Oh wait, no, it's hybrid.
So we have nothing.
There's a vent.
So
battery.
So look, I'll just be honest. That's a huge miss, and I think downgrade getting the hybrid is losing under seat storage. I just praised it for having cubbies. We just lost a bunch of cubby holes to put stuff, and you need that when you're overlanding.
Yeah, there's always stuff everywhere.
The only good news is we fold these seats down, and they do go flat or very flat-ish.
Yeah, you can put stuff
on.
on
And now, look, this is the cool thing about overlanding. You would take this off so you can move your seat back a little bit.
Yeah,
in the real world.
Off.
And then now you can put a bunch of stuff here, all your boxes and cubbies, and now you're back in business.
Wait, what is that?
Is that a bottle jack?
That's a bottle jack, not a scissor lift.
Oh my goodness, it's a bottle jack and a tool roll, which is pretty cool.
So, wait, hold on. We just had a big discussion and argument on a previous review about a vehicle that's overland focused that didn't come with a scissor jack, came with a bottle jack. Toyota is in the same camp. Bravo.
Pretty interesting. We'll check some other Tacomas later, see if they have bottle jacks as well.
Okay, very good.
All right, let's get in the seat, Brian. We'll jump in here. Now, it's a little bit of a cheating situation.
You got it in limo mode.
Yeah, because I got it in limo mode. Let's be honest. No one's driving with those seats like that up front.
No, not a
So
human.
I normally, it's about right here.
It's tight.
It's pretty tight. It's a pretty tight spot.
But also, not as tight as it looks like in a picture.
True. I mean, it worked. You can sit back here. It's not like you can't sit back here.
Yeah.
You don't get a folding armrest. The midsize is always these compromises. I do love this. These cup holders right here are so handy when you're driving. You just need to move it back there. You just got places to put stuff. That's nice, or your phone or whatever. USB-C, USB-C, and then 2,400 watts. In fact, I forgot to mention this. In the bed, you have one as well. So you got plenty of places to plug in when you're camping. Look, nowadays when you're camping, we're moving to a lot of electric stuff. You can just plug things in. A lot of people are doing electric stoves.
This is
all
nice.
kinds of little things. That's pretty neat, and that's actually a lot of power because the hybrid, what's underneath the seat, you get that.
That's the trade-off.
You get a mat pocket back here, and these green seats.
These are cool.
With
piping,
the,
orange
with
piping,
the
or yellow
orange
piping.
or yellow piping. Oh, let's see if Brian fits, because Brian, there's not a moonroof or a pano.
But there is a hybrid battery.
There's a hybrid battery, which means a little higher.
There's no way. Now, what's funny about this Craig is the non-hybrid, we've owned it. I do fit back here, which is really commendable. But this is my other issue with the hybrid. You're losing the configuration in the backseat. That is kind of a buzzkill. Just know that. Just try it if you're going to buy it first.
Look, it's a legitimate thing, and so much. I mean, look, they changed the specs on their spec sheet online because they know the seat takes up more of it, so you lose cargo space.
It's roughly 2 inches taller.
You have less cubic feet in the interior because of that.
Yep, that's true. All right,
to the front. All right, Brian, I'm going to move the seat back so I can actually sit in here. But before I get the seat, Brian, check out the door. It is padded up front. At least they give you that for first class. That's nice. Padded armrest, and then this Molly cubby hole, which you can just put crap everywhere. And then more spots for bottles and just junk. Love it. JBL sound system, Brian, there's more on that in a minute.
Yep.
I'll get to that, but I want to show the people something because there's switches and buttons galore over here because they give you all the things. So all the things, what I mean by all the things is you can adjust your headlights up or down depending on what's going on. Fuel door lock. Brian does not like that button right there. Auto high beams you can turn on. Look, Toyota still gives you buttons. You can turn them off here. You don't have to go through a menu. You just turn them off here. And then 3 pre-wired auxiliary switches. That's really nice. This is your light bar and fog light, so you can change the colors on that Brian mentioned earlier. Pretty nice and works. Everything works there.
Hey, good news, Craig. Good news.
Yeah.
There's more buttons right here.
There's more buttons right there. Let's talk about those. Trailer backup assist. View cameras right here for front and rear. And actually, the cameras aren't bad here. We'll show that in the off-road section. And then we get a rear locker, which is nice. You can only use that in, Brian, what?
4 low.
All right. Then you got a disconnecting stabilizer
Craig,
bar.
how do you really feel about it?
That's pretty cool. We'll show that off here in a minute as well. 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. It actually makes sense in this configuration compared to the Limited. Brian, you get wireless charging, your Qi wireless charging, only 1, not 2. And then USB-C 2 ports here, and more buttons.
More another port right there.
Another charger. And then, Brian, the best part right here is not the heaters, the
chillers.
Yep. Need that. Look, you're overlanding for long distances in the heat. You want that, and that's really nice. Let's start this bad boy up and show the people. Really nothing different here than what we've already shown in Tacomas, other than as I'm getting back into this thing, Brian, I'm being reminded how much I liked this gauge cluster.
Me too.
Because of how configurable it was and how just easy it is to get along with. Everything just kind of works and is in the right spot. I love it, even all the different modes you get. Or styles.
And to your point, you can configure it to make it what you want. That's really good. It's a good setup.
It is a good setup. And then, Brian, a little controversial here. This screen is bigger in this version and in the Limited. And you want it bigger or smaller? What do you think?
I mean, look, it's not necessary, but it is nice.
It is easier to see. It's almost, but it's so close. It's almost like you have to. I'm constantly like backing up, because it's too close.
Yeah.
You get a bigger volume knob because of the bigger screen. And Brian, last but not least, you get a JBL removable Bluetooth speaker.
That's all that matters, which is actually your center channel while you're driving the truck. So you need that to get your JBL.
Do you think that'll get stolen down the road?
No, but it will get lost.
Yeah, exactly. If you got kids, that thing's getting lost.
For sure.
But enough all that, Brian. We're at a really cool off-road little obstacle course here at Texas Truck Rodeo.
Let's wheel it.
We're going to go wheel it.
Very controlled.
All right, see you on the other side.
All right. Oh man, that's awesome.
Yes.